Hi guys, welcome to another part of the Reliant Regal Restoration. As you'll see, things have changed. I'm no longer in that side of the workshop. I've moved the tortoise van and I've now got this chassis in place. The nose cone is now in a container. I need to still do a bit of fiberglass work. Although, I can tell you, it has been on this and it does fit. So, today's task. Get the wheels on it. So I put this in earlier just to check everything fit. I've got the front clamps. I'm going to put these in. These will need a coat of lacquer once they're on, but I'm going to do that once they're in place. So I'll be doing that. I will attach the old spring for the meantime, and then we will build the back axle, new bushes, and put it onto the Regal. And all that will be done today, I hope. So yeah, I'm going to film all that happening. It'll be on time lapse, so it doesn't take as long, because it will probably take me a few hours. And as much as I'd love a video to last a few hours, I really can't do that at the moment because I have got too much to do to worry about the camera being on all the time. So right, what I'm away to do then is, I was wondering where the gearbox holes was, but I forgot it's a different chassis compared to the super vans. Doesn't matter. Right, what I will go and do is get the bolts, get the video on time lapse, and we'll bolt on this front arm and get the spring in place. Right, so as you'll see in the time lapse, I've got the bushings all changed. I took a wee minute in between this to look back at photos and remind myself of how the axle went together. So I've done that. It's sitting the way it should be, that it goes onto there. And it's also got the brackets that are powder coated, ready to fit on. So they are going on like that. So I'll have to get these attached, and that'll be the next stage. In fact, I've just realised I could actually have bolted all this on in place. I better not. I'll do it the way that I know works. So anyway, I'll stick this on a time lapse. I've just realised there's a couple of bits I haven't cleaned up yet, so this will be a little bit later on in the day. I'll have to do this now. But I'll go and get them cleaned up, I'll get them a coat of paint on them, and we'll get going with it again. That's one wheel down. Front one's on, bolted in place. The newly painted radius arm clamps. I'm going to go and get some lacquer and just give these a coat to make them sure they don't rust. Obviously I haven't painted the spring. I've good reason for that. Usually, most of the time I do these Reliants. When I put the original spring back on, it runs a little while and then the spring bursts, the hydraulic part bursts. So this time I've not painted it. It's staying like that until I know it's going to be okay, and if not, I'll get a brand new one. So yeah, that's the only reason this front shock's just as it was. Anyway, I'm waiting for paint to dry on the back axle clamps. So what I'm going to do is go and get them painted silver, I think, or black. I will decide in a minute, and get them fitted onto the axle. and then I can get the axle bolted onto there and it's ready to go. I'll hit 3 wheels on my wagon. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, that is the rear axle, ready for reattaching. Some oil leaking out that diff. There's no oil in it, so it must be the oil I put the bearings in with. Anyway, I'm going to pick this axle up, which will be quite heavy again, get it over there and start bolting it onto the chassis, which should be fun. So I can't remember quite how I took it off. I will have to look at some photos before I reattach it. But I think it'll be simple. But I'll stick on a time lapse as I do that as well, and you'll see how it goes. Yeah, I completely forgot to put my camera on record, didn't I? Whoops. Anyway, the back axle is now attached to the Regal chassis. I'm not putting the wheels on it yet because the hubs aren't on until I decided not to pull them on until I finished the brakes, so it was fine, easy access. So I'll still have them to do. What I'm going to do is wire brush that tank that's just sitting outside, so it's all nice and clean, ready for some primer. And we'll take it from there. I'm not going to film cleaning the tank because there's nothing exciting about that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to keep up to date with the Reliant Regal Restoration and seeing how this thing comes together, because yeah, it's going to come together quite fast this next while. Remember to like and subscribe to the videos if you do want to keep up to date. And I hope you enjoy watching them, and yeah, I hope you enjoy watching them, really. There's not much else I can say about that. I fairly enjoyed doing them. So yeah, it's a bit different for me filming every stage of a restoration. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos, guys, and remember to like and subscribe to the channel.